She was the kind of girl everyone whispered about, but no one really knew. The day I first saw her, she was walking across campus dressed as an anime character, her long purple wig swaying in the breeze, a handcrafted costume hugging her body with startling precision. I remember standing there with my friends as they snickered. "There goes the weirdo," someone muttered. But to me, there was something magnetic about her. She didn't care what anyone thought. She existed in her own world, filled with manga pages, tailor-made outfits, and melodies only she could hear and replicate. She was different, and I wanted to be part of that world. People warned me not to get involved. "She's not right in the head," they'd say, as if her autism and savant syndrome made her less of a person. But to me, her uniqueness was a kind of beauty that others were too blind to appreciate. I fell for her quickly, maybe too quickly, and I began devouring books, talking to therapists, even visiting clinics so I could better understand her condition. The internet was still in its infancy back then. This meant real work, real hours, real effort. But she was worth it. Every second. When we finally started dating, I felt like I was walking on clouds. Even her parents weren't supportive of us, but she began to thrive in the safety of my love. She started working with a counselor, one I joined her with, and our bond deepened. After college, we got married. She wanted a cosplay wedding. I did it, no questions asked. People laughed. I didn't care. She was smiling, and that smile was my world. Being with someone with ASD wasn't like the TV shows. Shows like The Good Doctor or Atypical show the quirks, the sweetness, even the struggles, but not the grind. Not the late-night meltdowns. Not the hours of silence. Not the obsession over details that made our bedroom feel like a negotiation table instead of a sanctuary. We had sex sporadically. Sometimes once a month. Sometimes not at all. Oral? Rare. Passion. Fleeting. She'd lose herself in her manga, in her thoughts, in her fears, especially about our kids inheriting her condition. So I agreed to a vasectomy. I didn't want to, but I did. I used to be a football player. Back then I was solid muscle. But years of stress, work, and emotional neglect caught up. I got softer. Man boobs, belly, self-esteem down the drain. She barely looked at me. I'd try initiating intimacy, get her to wear the outfits she used to love, suggest spontaneous adventures, even clear entire days for us. She'd nod, say yes, then avoid. Still, I loved her. I stuck it out. Through tantrums, shutdowns, and years of feeling invisible, I stayed. I never cheated. I had opportunities, plenty, but I never took them. I wasn't that guy. Then the email came. I still remember the cold chill that crept up my spine as I read it. "Your wife is pregnant." I knew it wasn't mine. That ship had sailed long ago. I confronted her. I screamed. I cried. I raged. Yes, I laid hands on her. Not violently, but in desperation. I was broken. She admitted it. Said it was just once. A stupid mistake. The bowling alley. I spiraled. I sat at the bar for hours, talking to random guys until I found him, the man she'd slept with. I hid him. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. And for a moment it felt like justice. Lawyers told me that leaving her would destroy me financially. With alimony and child support, I'd be scraping by. So, I turned the garage into an apartment. We coexisted. Barely. I made sure she aborted the pregnancy. Cold? Maybe. But I couldn't raise a reminder of her betrayal. 3 days after her abortion, I downloaded Tinder. After 26 years of monogamy, I met someone. I slept with her. I almost ran out the room with nerves, but she made me feel wanted for the first time in years. And I couldn't stop. 1 woman became 3. Then 5. It wasn't the sex, it was the touch, the attention, the desire. All the things my wife used to give me and hadn't in a decade. When I finally told her, it was brutal. I didn't sugarcoat it. I said I did it to hurt her. To feel like a man again. She cried. Said she wanted to fix things. Said she was finally ready to change. But I told her it was too late. Every time we had sex after that, I could feel it. She wasn't doing it because she wanted me. She was doing it out of obligation. Out of guilt. That kind of intimacy? It doesn't heal. It scars. I started seeing a therapist. I joined a support group for betrayed spouses. I tried to process what had happened. The woman I loved for over 2 decades had slept with someone else, and everything we'd built crumbled in a single night. She begged me to believe her when she said it was just once. I told her it didn't matter. The trust was gone. The love I had, the deep, painful, overwhelming love, was fading. I asked her to tell her parents.
She did.
They blamed me, said they'd warned her that someone like her, with ASD, would always be too gullible, that I should have known this would happen. I exploded. For the first time ever, I screamed at them. I cried, and she comforted me. But it didn't change what had been broken. 3 weeks later, on our anniversary, we had sex. I knew she was doing it because of the date, not because she wanted me. So afterward, I left. Time passed. 3 months. Slow, agonizing progress. We lived like ghosts in the same space. Then I learned she was pregnant again by someone else.
Married.
In Norway. I'd been drowning in alcohol, therapy, and isolation while she had built a new life. She'd ghosted me, filed for divorce, left the country, and married another man. I only found out because my best friend Nick's wife had been in contact with her. That betrayal added salt to my wounds. How could she forget me so fast? How could she marry, conceive, and vanish like our 10 years meant nothing? I scoured the internet. I created fake accounts. I stalked relatives. Until I found her. A wedding photo on a Norwegian woman's Facebook page. Her in a dress, holding a new man's hand. He wasn't handsome, just tall, pale, and blonde. A metalhead. An engineer, just like me. I laughed bitterly. What was he giving her that I hadn't? There were family pictures. Her relatives attended. I was sick to my stomach. Not because she moved on, but because I had been erased. Deleted. Replaced. I still dream of her. I still hope to wake up and find her beside me. I know I was wrong to cheat. But it was once.
A mistake.
Why didn't I get a second chance? Couples recover from worse. I was willing to work for it. To fix it. But she decided I was done.
Garbage.
Unworthy. She refused therapy. Blocked all contact. Left the country. Married. Pregnant. And I'm here, talking to strangers on Reddit, trying to make sense of it all. Nick and Sabrina are gone from my life. They hid the truth for too long. They let me rot. I'm done with them. I'm not going to Norway. I'm not going to track her down. I just needed to know. If she ever sees this, I want her to know I still love her. I always will. And to the man she married, you only had a chance because I messed up.
I hope you know what you have.
I'm still in therapy. Still trying to find the man I was before everything fell apart. I may never fully recover, but I'm trying. Love doesn't just disappear. And hearts don't just heal. Not really. But we survive. We move forward. Even when the past clings to us like a ghost. If I could go back, I would have done it all differently. But all I have now are memories and the silence of a love that vanished without a goodbye. Thank you for listening to this story. If it moved you, please like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe to Kindle Stories for more powerful real-life narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever felt love fade while still holding on? Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and remember, hearts break, but they also heal.